The mansion stood on the edge of the city like a monument of wealth and power, its tall glass windows reflecting the morning sun. To outsiders, it looked perfect, an empire of success. But inside those walls lived a silence that not even money could cure. Mr. Arjun Malhotra, a billionaire businessman known for his brilliance and discipline, had everything life could offer, except happiness. His wife had passed away years ago, leaving behind only memories and a 5-year-old son named Arav. Arav was born blind. He had never seen his father's face, never seen the colors of the world, never known what light truly looked like. Every doctor had said the same thing: his eyes are fine structurally, but something in his brain doesn't respond to light. They called it psychogenic blindness, a condition caused by emotional trauma. Mr. Malhotra had spent millions trying to cure it, hospitals abroad, specialists, even alternative therapies, but nothing worked. Arav lived in his own dark world, guided only by his tiny hands and the sound of his father's footsteps. Arjun loved his son deeply, but his work kept him away. The boy was mostly cared for by a team of nannies, each leaving after a few months, unable to connect with the child who rarely spoke. And then, one ordinary morning, a new maid arrived. Her name was Mira. She wasn't like the others: no expensive clothes, no polished English accent, no resume filled with foreign experience. Just a simple girl from a small town, carrying an old bag and a warm smile. The head butler looked at her with doubt. "You sure you can handle this place? The child's special, you'll need patience." Mira smiled softly. "Sir, patience is something I learned before I learned to walk." When she first met Arav, he was sitting on the floor, surrounded by toys he couldn't see, listening to the ticking of a clock. His eyes, though open, had no focus. She knelt quietly beside him. "Hi," she said gently. "I'm Mira. Your new friend." The boy turned his head slightly, listening. "You're not like the others," he murmured. She smiled. "How do you know?" "Because the others sound scared." That sentence pierced her heart. How could a child so small, so fragile, feel so unwanted? Over the next few weeks, Mira brought warmth into Arav's life. She never treated him like he was broken. She described everything around him: the color of the curtains, the sound of the rain, the taste of mango juice. She played music, told stories, and taught him to imagine light. "Light," she explained one day, "is like when you feel the sun on your face, it's warmth that you can see." Arav smiled for the first time in years. "Then I think I know what light feels like." Meanwhile, Mr. Malhotra watched from a distance. He wasn't used to seeing anyone connect with his son like that. But he also didn't trust easily. To him, every employee had an angle: money, fame, or sympathy. One evening, he confronted Mira as she was folding Arav's clothes. "You seem unusually interested in my son," he said coldly. Mira met his gaze calmly. "Every child deserves someone who believes in them, sir. Even yours." He didn't reply, but something about her confidence unsettled him. That night, he couldn't sleep. Her words echoed in his mind. Days turned into weeks, and Mira noticed something strange. Whenever she spoke about colors, Arav's eyes moved slightly, as if trying to follow the idea. Once, when she held his hand and guided it toward the window, a faint shimmer of awareness passed across his face. It was fleeting, but real. She decided to test something. The next morning, she brought a small lamp and placed it near his bed. "Arav, can you feel the warmth?" she asked. "Yes," he said, smiling. "Good," she whispered. "Now, tell me if you see anything." "Anything at all." He frowned. "It's not dark. It's not light either. It's like something wants to come in." Her heart raced. "That's good, Arav. That's light trying to find you." Over the next few days, she noticed the same reaction whenever he was near light. But when she told the family doctor, he dismissed her. "Impossible," he said. "If years of medical treatment didn't work, what can a maid do?" But Mira didn't give up. She spent her nights researching, reading about visual therapy, emotional trauma, and sensory healing. She learned that psychogenic blindness could sometimes be reversed if the emotional cause was healed. And that's when she realized something deeper. Arav's blindness began after his mother's death. Maybe, he had shut out the world not because his eyes couldn't see, but because his heart couldn't bear to. So she changed her approach. She began to talk about Arif's mother, not as someone who died, but as someone who lived beautifully. She loved the sound of rain, Mira would say softly. She used to dance when it thundered, you know. Arif listened with fascination. Really? Yes. And she said you had her eyes. That night, Arif touched his face and whispered, Mom's eyes. Something inside him shifted. Meanwhile, Mr. Malhotra started noticing changes in his son. Arif laughed more, asked questions, even started walking around confidently. But instead of feeling grateful, Arjun felt threatened. He didn't understand how a simple maid was succeeding where the world's best doctors had failed. One evening, he came home early and saw Mira holding Arif near the window, letting sunlight touch his face. The boy was smiling, his eyes slightly open, pupils reacting faintly to the light. What are you doing? Arjun's voice thundered. Mira froze. Arif flinched, hiding his face. Don't touch my son, he shouted. The room went silent. Mira stood still, tears filling her eyes. Sir, please, she tried to explain. Enough. You are here to take care of him, not to play doctor. I've lost enough already. He turned to his son. Arif, go to your room. The boy, trembling, obeyed. That night, Mira sat alone in the servants' quarters, crying silently. She had never wanted to overstep, only to help. But maybe she had gone too far. However, something unexpected happened the next morning. Arif refused to eat, refused to talk, refused even to move. When Mira tried to approach him, he said quietly, Papa doesn't want you here. Her heart broke. She packed her things and prepared to leave. But as she reached the door, a small voice stopped her. Mira Didi, Arif whispered from behind. When you're here, I can feel light. Tears streamed down her face. Then promise me, Arif, never stop looking for it. Even when I'm gone. She left the mansion that morning, the echo of her footsteps fading into silence. But destiny wasn't done. 3 days later, Mr. Malhotra was in his office when his phone rang. It was the butler, his voice trembling. Sir, you need to come home. It's Arif. Arjun rushed back, fearing the worst. When he entered Arif's room, he froze. His son was sitting by the window, staring at the sunlight. For the first time in his life, his eyes were focused. Papa, Arif said softly, blinking. The light, it's beautiful. Tears filled Arjun's eyes. He fell to his knees. Arif, you can see. You can see. Arif smiled faintly. Mira Didi said light would find me. That night, Arjun searched for Mira. He drove across the city, asking everyone, but she was gone. No address, no trace, no goodbye. A few weeks later, he received a letter. It read, Dear Mr. Malhotra. Some wounds need more than medicine. Arif didn't need treatment, he needed love, truth, and someone to remind him that his mother's warmth never left him. I didn't heal him. He healed himself when he believed again. Please, let the light stay with him forever. Mira. Arjun held the letter to his heart, tears falling freely. For the first time, the powerful billionaire felt something stronger than pride, gratitude. Months passed. Arif could see again, fully. He spent his days painting, running, laughing, living. And on every canvas he painted, one image appeared again and again, a woman's smiling face with sunlight behind her. Whenever someone asked who she was, Arif simply said, She's the one who showed me the light. Movie camera, if you felt this story touch your heart, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Every story we share reminds us that sometimes, miracles don't come from money or medicine, but from compassion, faith, and love.